Hey guys, Square Body Obsessed here, Jed and Caleb, and today we're going to be doing a cold start and a little bit of plowing with this truck right here. And this is the one time you saw in the
rebuild video.
Yeah, it was
the one that we put the new rear end
drive.
in.
Yeah. After we drove it around, and really good trucking. So we're going to do a cold start. We got a couple comments about, oh yeah, you should do a cold start of the trucks, and so. Well, it's taken a little while to actually get the video going, but I have school, of course, and he's got a lot of work to do.
And busy
so
plowing and sanding and
it's
stuff.
busy. So we've got like an inch or two of snow up there, like in 2 inches.
Well, there's 2 or 3 inches actually.
Yeah, 2 or 3. I'm just bad at estimating.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's not that much, but it's some kind of plowing. And yeah, we just replaced the front drive shaft U-joints. We did the two.
We did the whole front U-joint that goes to the differential.
Yep.
The pumpkin was bad. It dropped out, popped off the end caps, dropped out.
Yep.
So upon removing the drive shaft, I discovered that both of the double cardian U-joints were also bad. The needle bearings were gone, and they were getting kind of ratty. So we replaced all of those. The 2 back ones were easy. Just had to take it apart. Caleb and I did it in the garage. But the other U-joint in the front gave me a little bit of a headache. It has 2 different cross sizes and 2 different end caps, so I had to hunt around some to find the correct U-joint, but I did manage to finally get one at Bond O'Reilly. I was able to use the old one. They were able to look it up in the book and cross-reference and find the correct U-joint. So that's all new in there, so we have good 4-wheel drive.
And, okay, well, let's get into the video. So,
and we also have a load of wood in here. Just did a big tree job. We've got a lot of maple in here. And so we're going to leave the wood in for a little while, figure get a little extra traction, have a little weight in the back body. So.
And for all you wondering what we were using for our tripod, 2 pieces of wood and a can of penetrating fluid. So, yep, I'll show you the U-joints and stuff, how well they came out. What we got here is, we got that one up there, right there. Sorry. And then we got those 2 up in there, and then they came out really well, and this truck's pretty darn solid. Good old truck, 88, 1 ton, K30, emblems are gone, but I mean, oh well, it's kind of getting beat up, but okay, so I think we're
ready to do a cold start?
Cold start? Okay, so I'm gonna hop in, and yeah, I explained to this one guy who was asking for the cold starts, what you're supposed to do with the throttle between carbureted and fuel injection. And so we've got that kind of.
Alright, so this particular Chevy is 1988, so it is throttle body, and so it does tend to start a little bit better. Got a new battery in here, and I replaced the starter a couple years ago. It does apparently seem to have an energy jaw, so I just had it running a while ago when I did the wood, but it's been sitting for a little bit. Hopefully the battery's holding up, and hopefully she'll start. So what I generally do, I can hear the fuel pump charging. I turn the key on, but I don't crank it yet. I let the fuel pump build up. It's only about, it's not real cold right now. It's about 30 degrees. It's cool, but it's not super cold. But what I usually do, I will hold the throttle down just a little bit, like an 1/8 of a, from off, I'll go down about an 1/8, and then I'll crank it and see if it starts. There we go, and then as soon as it starts, it's let off. And neutral. Now I usually let the clutch out and let the transmission get, with this gear oil gets pretty thick when it gets to be cold. Windshield's not frosted up right now. We've had some sun on it here for a while. But generally speaking, that's one thing I think makes these old trucks last longer. I always let them warm up for a little while. I've talked about this in the 1-ton rebuild video. So we're going to let it run for a minute, and then we'll do some plowing. It is 4-wheel drive right now. Hubs are in, levers in, and so yeah, I guess we'll get started.
So I think we'll
clean up around.
We'll go up there and do one pass, and then I'll get out, and then he'll do the rest of the plowing. So we'll have an in-cab shot and a shot outside.
got that. Good. So we're gonna try to basically clean up all this crap that's all over the place. A little snow here. Back in reverse.
It's hard to hold this camera still because it's my phone.
We do a couple shots of how I do this with a standard. Now I know a lot of people, at least ways locally in the area around here, even some friends of mine, say that I'm nuts for plowing with a standard transmission, that they wouldn't be caught dead. I asked one of my buddies, and he said, no, I had to drive a standard, I'd quit, I wouldn't plow driveways. Well, I've had some automatics, but for the most part, a good deal of my trucks are standards. And I actually much prefer it. Because one main thing is if you smoke an automatic, which does happen, unless you got a turbo 400, those are pretty bulletproof. A little hesitation there. If you smoke an automatic, you're looking at spending $500-600 if you find it in a junkyard, and there's no guarantee it's good tranny. Or most likely, you're going to be spending several $1,000s to rebuild your tranny or put in another rebuilt tranny.
Yeah.
So it's very expensive.
And for you people that are watching, comment down below if you plow with a standard or if you have plowed with a standard before.
Now, when something goes in standard, these transmissions, unless you ran out of gear oil and kept running it for hours on end, and I did run one low in gear oil because the PTO covers were leaking, and I didn't hurt it. Didn't hurt it. It started making noise, and I realized what the problem was. I put new covers on, filled it back full of fluid, it was fine. But the only thing that really goes wrong with these is the clutch. It's like $120, $150 at the most for a clutch, and you can do it yourself. And then you're back on the road. So it's a lot cheaper to run a standard than an automatic as far as when stuff breaks. I can do one of these in a couple of nights. And if I had the whole day, me and a buddy of mine, we could probably, and I've done it, we could probably pull the tranny, change the clutch, and then put another tranny in a day. Easy. Really not that hard to do, even in the garage without a lift. Which currently is our setup. Alright, so let's see how
out. Oh, right. You got a hill climb. Hill climb plowing.
See how the old four-wheel drive does.
And this is actually pretty steep and really rough.
And we've had a lot of high winds last week, so we got branches down all over the place. So it's been interesting.
Yeah, it's been fun.
This little pass here, I like to keep this open up so I can get up in the woods and get firewood if I need to.
And if you guys are pretty observant, you can see that truck back there, and that is the log truck from the log truck wheelhouse videos. If you haven't seen them, go check them out. They're pretty good.
We keep her parked up there for the winter. I do run it sometimes, but I need to trouble with the gas job with points ignition. It doesn't like to start up when it gets below freezing, so I need to remedy that problem. I need to install an igniter kit in the distributor and convert it to modern electronic ignition, so that it'll be a little bit better.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, this ground is rough. Oh, there we go. Oh, it's getting heavy.
Yep, I think we made it.
We made it. That's about as far as we're going to go with that. I haven't plowed this the last couple of storms, so this is built up a little bit more.
I need to stay out of the way of the mirrors, so I'll give you a shot of that.
I'm going to try to... Trick here is to keep...
I'm going to lug right down.
We're going to keep inside the parameters here. It's not exactly wide around here. Getting down through. I got to try to thin out. We actually did some thinning. We got a lot of the low-hanging branches out of the way. There we go. Oh yeah, we got it. Look at that, right out.
Okay.
No problem. I was just in the ditch there, in the snowbank.
Okay, so we got about another 4.5 minutes until we need to end the video.
All right, well, let's do the plow and do an outside video.
Yep, I'll hop out here, and here it is. Here's the old 1-ton. Pretty much what we call it. We call it by the weight rating, the 1-ton. Boom. Ooh, listen to that pop. Exhaust is pretty loud because it, when that rear end broke and slammed into a pile of dirt, the exhaust broke off as well. So now the truck is very, very loud. Oh wait, I gotta run. There we go. There we go. Get the shot. There we go. I got the shot. Let me get out of the way. This is the same spot we were plowing before in the other 1-ton, the GMC 1-ton, the single wheel. And so it's a good spot for videos. Also, at the beginning of this video, we're gonna have a new intro, and so not really new, but updated. So it's gonna be have a couple different shots. We're gonna have one of the snowmobiling. And, yeah, a couple things like that of the new intro. And so, yeah, we had to update it. Because we had some more shots, and of course, it's not summer 2018. It's, like, closest to spring 2019. So, that's what we had it as. You'll see it at the beginning. Oh, I'm driving up on the snowbank. Close shot. Hey, look who it is!
Hey, there we go.
And, well... Yep, and then we got one more pass. The video is about at the end. Okay, Dad, end of the video.
Alright.
So, bye everyone. Remember, keep having a good time, and we'll see you next video. Subscribe. Bye.